Catch up with Catch Bowl in the kitchen. Today we're doing intermittent fasting and becoming fat adapted. Fat as a fuel source is incredible. Fat does not make you fat. The ability to burn fat for fuel means when you have an extended period of fasting, you can utilize and burn body fat, hence will actually make you thinner. If intermittent fasting was a packageable product, if it was patentable, it would undoubtedly be the most investable product ever. The health benefits are unparalleled. The problem is people don't push it because they don't stand to make any money from it, and also it's not incredibly easy to do. But with a lot of things you can get in a cycle, you can get adapted to fasting. So the best way to fast is undoubtedly whilst you're sleeping. Breaking fast. Everyone does it, but you can extend that fasting window. So stop eating around 6 o'clock or pick a time that's suitable for you, your partner and your family, and then don't start eating for as long a period the next day, and then you're going to be extending that fasting window. Anything from 12, 13 hours upwards is when you start to hit the magic zone and the body starts to heal, regenerate and replenish. So, number one hack is fast overnight and extend the window. It makes it easiest because you're sleeping during a large proportion of your fast. The next thing is to find suitable aids and supports, and you can have lots of beverages that can't have any sugars, any carbohydrates or any protein. So black tea, black coffee, green tea, white tea, all of them are easy. If you want a little bit of extra cessation and support through this fasting period, you can use fat. And bear with me, suspend your judgment, try this before you judge it. When I first heard about this coffee, it's not for me, but I'll give it a go. I'd researched the ketogenic diet and realized the health implications were something that was worthwhile experimenting with. So I was all in on a high fat, low carbohydrate diet, and then I tried this coffee and it just boosted me into ketosis. It just really helps you become fat adapted that much quicker. So, as you might have guessed, people have heard about this. It's been going around the internet for some time now, a fat coffee, a keto coffee. So we're going to use the primary fat as butter. You can use a vegan butter. You can also add coconut butter. Coconut butter has medium chain triglycerides and they get converted into ketones extremely quickly. The shorter the chain, the shorter the process to create ketones. So you can get C10, C8 and C12, and you can get a mixture of all three. I really like the C8, it's the shorter chain, it almost gets converted directly into ketones. So that and butter is my go-to. I am experimenting with coconut MCT powder. This is derived from coconut, but it's an oil. This is a powder, so it's easy to transport. So we might use that one today. And this is C8, 10 and 12. And it makes a really lovely frothy coffee. So here goes. The coffee has been brewing while I've been talking. For me, there's nothing worse than a cold coffee. So you want to do the pan, melt the butter over some heat. So I'm using a fancy porringer here today. Got the butter melted, we're going to use the coconuts. So a generous spoon of this, and then you need a hand blender. I see people then transferring this to a big Vitamix or a different blender, but that's going to cool the whole thing down a lot. So a hand blender. You just blend for a couple of minutes. And I hope you can see it's nice and frothy. I'm going to get a glass to pour that into. And basically, you have this in the morning, and those fats, understandably, satiate you for another 3-4 hours. So you're further extending that fasting window. And it has to be said, the longer you have that fasting window, the more autophagy, the more healing, the more replenishing that your body, the cells, are going to do. latte style frothy coffee, no carbs, no protein, that will see you through another 3 or 4 hours, and you'll be fasting mimicking. So you'll get almost the same benefits as pure fasting, but you won't have that, for me, anxiety or anxiousness or low level of energy. You'll just be feeling normal, optimal, but you'll be in a mimicking fasted state. So there'll be lots of healing, lots of regeneration happening within your cells.